ESPN Plus Originals.
Welcome to NFL Primetime, presented by Jameson, the unofficial drink of game day.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to NFL Primetime, Week 11. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland. You get everything ready? You guys assembling the turkey, the pies, the potatoes. You got everything set?
Everything's ready, Boom. A little change. No turkey. We do a nice big ham.
Well, I remember that last year.
Nice big ham.
Goes over well, huh?
Absolutely.
You don't fall asleep necessarily for 2 days either, right? I'm going to look into this.
There you go.
Well, listen, from all of us to all of you, let us be among the first to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Well, the toughest division in football, the AFC North. But you knew that at 6-3 Pittsburgh, at 6-3 Cleveland, one thing we all knew going in, scoring, like touchdowns, would be at a premium in this thing. Here we go. Let's get started with, well, two guys who certainly, second in sacks going in, 10.5, T.J. Watt, Steelers, 11 going in, Myles Garrett, Cleveland, Nick Chubb, injured, of course, in attendance first time in Cleveland. Kenny Pickett, hello, Myles Garrett, almost to safety.
No doubt, Boom, but just look at how fast he closes from the line of scrimmage to the quarterback. Should have been a safety, Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
He didn't challenge, Pittsburgh forced to punt. First, obviously, no score skill. Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a week to prepare this time in relief of Deshaun Watson. David Njoku, 15 yards. There's Watson cheering on. Now, Jerome Ford into the end zone. Bangs it in, but he scrolls short. But take another look. Cleveland challenges. I don't know how you can really see this.
Yeah, I don't know how you saw it either, but you pull the guard, you slam the fullback in there, and you come downhill like the Browns did, Boom.
And so, Cleveland up 10-0 at the half. Pittsburgh, you know, they just maybe get one touchdown a game. And you're looking at it. Jaylen Warren could go all the way. 74 yards. First half, Pittsburgh had 64 yards in offense. This was 74 yards in the third quarter on one play.
He's now the starter instead of Najee Harris, and their offense looks much more explosive.
Under 10 to go, it's still 10-7. Kenny Pickett. Garrett says you are not waiting till the midnight hour, Pickett. He's another sack, his second. Field goal, Pittsburgh were tied at 10.
And Kenny Pickett just holds the ball entirely too long. They need to speed the offense up some.
So first and 20, Cleveland. Thompson-Robinson. T.J. Watt. Yeah, okay, Garrett had his. Watt's going to have his. Defense, forcing punt.
Anything you can do, Myles, I can do better.
10-10, still under 2 to go. Pickett to Deontay Johnson. They want a PI, but no.
Listen, everybody's fighting for the ball. That's no PI.
They didn't get under 2 to go. Now, Thompson-Robinson, remember his first start when he had like 90 minutes to prepare for Baltimore, didn't go well? All of a sudden, when they needed it most, Thompson-Robinson to Elijah Moore, 15. Now, Amari Cooper for another first down. Browns in field goal range. He beat the Ravens on a field goal at the end, Dustin Hopkins. What a pickup he's been for Cleveland from 34. Good. It's good. I mean, there are years that they're like decades they don't beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they do it again. Thompson-Robinson said we had the 4 completions. We set up the field goal 13-10. What a big win for the Cleveland Browns, who are at 7-3. The Steelers fall to 6-4 in that rough division. The rookie quarterback, fifth round pick out of UCLA after the win.
Everybody's let me know that they got my back, from the guys walking around on the street outside when I go to a store to my teammates in the locker room every day. Everybody this week has been great, and it's only made my job a lot easier.
As you guys know, with Dorian, he doesn't lack for confidence, and I say that's just who he is. He's a confident kid. He trusts in his ability. So from the first snap to the last snap, he was ready to roll.
The first drive, I was like, you're a little loud right now. You know, he was calling the plays a little loud. But besides that, I was like, hey, they might be able to hear you. They're only 5 yards away. It's quiet at home, you know.
I thank Joel for advising me to quiet it down, because obviously my voice is going out. So, yeah.
Hey, all smiles for the Cleveland Browns. Look, combined, and this is a defensive comment more
No
than
doubt.
all the offenses, although we could talk about that too. 7 of 41 on third downs combined.
That's not good.
Well, 13 points
not
won the
good.
game, but the Cleveland Browns, a half a game behind Baltimore, who, of course, they've yet to have the bye. Ravens 8-3, the Browns 7-3.
Boom, think about the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson may have played his best half of football, then he gets hurt. Now you're forced to make a decision. Do you start P.J. Walker or Dorian Thompson-Robinson? This rookie who flashed in the preseason. They decide to start DTR. And boom, you saw the emotion of him on the sideline.
Yes.
He led a game-winning drive. This was going to be a defensive game either way. Okay, both defenses really good. Both offenses was going to struggle, one because of the rookie, one because Kenny Pickett hasn't produced. But for DTR to be a rookie, to make that game-winning drive, to set up that field goal against that defense in this division, that goes a long way to getting the confidence of your team behind you. So now when he walks in the locker room, those guys believe again. And that's more important than a lot of things he can do on the field.
Right. Walker had played really, really well.
Yeah.
But Alex Smith threw this out on the morning show, and, he's been there. Okay, maybe the ceiling in an 8-game run here is higher if DTR
Yes.
gets going.
Yes.
Walker has won games. He won one off the bench. I actually, to win this game, thought it would be him. But I see if that's the case of what Cleveland did, I get it from Coach Stefanski.
If this is a team that still has playoff aspirations, we know what Walker can do. Let's see what that ceiling of DTR. He played a lot of football at UCLA, boom. He played well in the preseason. They think his ceiling is astronomical. And today, if only for that game-winning drive, he proved Coach Stefanski right.
And Pittsburgh's still scratching. If they could get 2 touchdowns a game, they win.
They got a quarterback that's made over 20-plus starts, boom. They barely passed for 100 yards today. They got to get the offense fixed in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they do, although, these are 2 of the very best. Cleveland, I believe, it allows the fewest points per game,
Yes.
something like 18. Yeah. All right, at the other end of the spectrum, seemingly, the New York Football Giants. Well, they've won 2 games this year. One of them was against Washington. Tommy DeVito. That's right, Tommy DeVito against Sam Howell. Howell can do some things to Logan Thomas, but this is the way it's going to go. Cordele Flott with a fumble, and Xavier McKinney with the recovery for the Giants defense. If they're going to win it, we got to do it. But wait a minute. Tommy DeVito. He's a good fella. Watch this. Saquon Barkley. Looks like they've been doing it all year. Touchdown. I could never say it this year. G-Man.
There we go, boom. You can't walk it out there any better.
7-0. DeVito. Look at the time. Isn't this how it's supposed to look? Yeah. Darius Slayton, one man misses, and he's gone. G-Man lead 14-3. Howell looking to pass, under 2 to go in the half. He can do this. He can run. He can take a hit. He can keep going. He can give it another shot. He's in. And then, hey, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? You going to bring the apple pie? I got the sweet potatoes. What do you got?
It's like he's playing pinball, boom. I'll take the ham and the side of casserole, boom.
There you go. Missed extra point Commanders, but we got a 14-9 game Giants lead. Now, final minute, third quarter. 14-12 Giants. Rodriguez Jr. gets the handoff. Bobby Okereke punches the ball out. Micah McFadden. Turnovers on this day for Washington. Early fourth quarter. Giants 3rd and goal off the turnover. DeVito. Wait a minute. DeVito's going to throw 3 touchdowns. He is a good fella. He certainly is. You keep your mouth shut and you throw the touchdown. 21-12. Howell rolling out a wobbler. Darnay Holmes. They've been waiting for a month for this. The Giants takeaway number 5. They kick a field goal, 24-12. Howell, Brian Robinson. It's going to be a 21-yard game by the time he's into Giants territory. 2.5 to go. 2nd and 6. Howell. Jahan Dotson taps the feet. Touchdown, 24-19. The Giants have played so well, really, they're not going to make this pay off.
No, they're not.
They punted. Here's Howell, buck 19 to go. Oh, but it's another turnover. Trey Hawkins. Well, wait a minute, a flag on the play.
Yeah, boom, you can't touch the receiver. You know this is an offensive league. They don't want anybody touching their receivers.
So wait a minute, Washington has another chance. Dick, it took 29 seconds. Howell stepping up. What? Yeah. Isaiah Simmons, hot potato, sweet potato. Oh, it's very seasonal for the Giants in Washington. And how about that? The Giants have won 3 times, twice against Washington. Look at DeVito. Oh, yeah, what a good holiday this will be for them.
Boom, 6 takeaways by the Giants. DeVito was sacked 9 times. He persevered, and as you say, the G.
There you go. See, you with me long enough? This is what happens. Things are contagious on NFL prime time. So the Giants get a rare win. Meanwhile, not so rare the wins for Dallas. Of course, they crunched the Giants last week. Now they're in Carolina to play the 1-win Panthers. Dak pitches to Tony Pollard, 22 yards. They need him to, I mean, look, they get a lot of things going, Dallas. But this would be helpful.
Got to get the run game going.
Schoonmaker. Ooh, Schooner. He's on a sail into the end zone.
Yeah, a little small boat there.
Yeah, 7-0 Dallas. Bryce Young. Well, that's Micah Parsons. He had a couple on this day.
Yeah, it must have been a sack day. Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, now Micah Parsons.
All the big names.
All the big names.
All the big names. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half. 10-0 Dallas. Marcus Lawrence, pretty big name as well. So 3 sacks of young Bryce Young. There's an echo in here. Panthers settle for a field goal. It's 10-3. That was inadvertent. Prescott to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Not quite G, Lamb. Inside the 20, short of a first down. But you can't do that.
And when you're a bad football team, boom, you make dumb mistakes, and Carolina did there.
Deshaun Williams, no. So later in the drive, Prescott, Lamb, not a 150-yard game, but a touchdown. Mike McCarthy, I like it. 17-3, looks at that big menu of his saying, what are you going to order for the holiday? Now, over 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Young, Adam Thielen, on 4th and 2, they get it. Give me drive a lot. Remember Frank Reich calling plays again now. Carolina. 4th and 1 again. Panthers, Miles Sanders runs a few yards, so the Panthers convert. 3rd and 1 at the 4. Tommy Tremble. Will Dallas be trembling? I don't know.
No base but tremble. They went for it on 4th down 3 times on that drive, boom.
17-10. Now it's a 1-score game. Tony Pollard, big hole up the middle. That's like the salad days of that line, just blowing open the defense. His first touchdown since week 1. Doesn't that sound wrong?
It doesn't sound right.
Mike McCarthy, ooh, yeah, I like that. Now, this we've seen. Deron Bland, nothing bland about this season for this young man. For the 4th time, he goes all the way to the house. A pick 6. Just read it perfectly.
No doubt, Boom. When Trayvon Diggs, their star corner, went down, they wondered who would step up. Deron Bland has stepped up and threw his name into the Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
Yeah, I mean, because, well, that was Dan Quinn you saw up in the box, and the Cowboys end up winning it 33-10. They go into Thanksgiving where they will play Washington in Dallas at 7-3. Frank Reich after the game.
It's very frustrating. When you work hard and you believe in the guys you're doing it with, and I believe in our coaches and players, not getting the results you want is frustrating. So I'm frustrated most of all for them, but I'm certainly frustrated for the fans as well.
You'll take the win any way we can get it. It was a good win. Got to heighten the focus a little bit. I know on our side of the ball, whether it be a 12 o'clock game, whether it be the lesser opponent, who knows? But it was communicated. It was communicated throughout the game. Guys answered that challenge and played better and went and got the dub.
Well, they got the dub. Look, the first things first. Let's Deron Bland, NFL record, ties it.
Yeah.
4 pick sixes, single season. Kenny Houston, 1971, Houston Oilers, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Jim Kearney, I remember him. Safety, Kansas City, 1972. And Eric Allen, such a really good player, did it for the Eagles in 1993. So, look, Dallas learned. They lost at Arizona when they were big favorites. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It can't happen again, and it didn't.
No, it didn't. And they went on the road, and they started with their defense. Dallas is a defensive-led team. As much as we want to put it on the offense and Dak and CeeDee Lamb, their defense sets the tempo of that team. And when the defense set the tone, now you come out. They ran the football more. We saw Tony Pollard's name mentioned more. It wasn't the CeeDee Lamb show. And boom, when they can run the football and take the pressure off the wide receiver and be some play-action pass and use the offensive line, they did what they needed to do today. They dominate the teams they're supposed to dominate. Now, as they go on throughout this season, can they be ready to step up in weight class and deal with the big boys?
You know, I do want to say something because I heard some chatter in New York this week. What is Daboll doing using 3 timeouts in the last 2 minutes of garbage time against Dallas last week? They're down by 30, and DeVito threw a touchdown and the Giants scored it. He was coaching.
Yes.
He was coaching, okay? You can still teach a young guy. They're not going anywhere this year, but it paid off in the way that they played in this day. So I just thought we'd point out far on down the food chain, little coaching going on in the NFL, whether you're a playoff contender or whether you're not.
Didn't DeVito look better? Like he looked more comfortable. He came out. He was 12 for his first 14. Boom. He looked like it was day and night from the first time we saw him where he was shell-shocked until today where he looked like an NFL quarterback.
He did.
And it's amazing when you coach a guy up and you have some confidence in him and you say, hey, man, you can do this. Not here's what you can't do, but here's what I know you can do. It's amazing how we can play.
Yeah, coaching and learning.
Exactly.
Still a big part of it. So a team that's learned pretty quickly would be the Houston Texans, because you talk about a ball club, the Houston Texans, that are they not next? I thought so. Yeah, they are. Talk about a ball club that nobody had at 5-4 this year, and then warming up with your basketball, C.J. Stroud, whatever it is that's enabling him to throw 300 yards. He's doing it, and that's Kyler Murray back for the second game for Arizona. Minute and a half into the game. Yeah, careful when you're supposed to win. Yeah. And you're Houston. Careful. Murray to Rondale Moore. 7-0 Cardinals. Now, later first. Stroud. Dalton shit. He knows something. It's a touchdown, and we're tied at 7.
He catches it at the 2. Boom. Nobody touches him, and he slides into the end zone.
Yep, safe. Early second. Texans down 10-7. Quick little throw to Steven Sims. It's a good-looking screen. I like when the screens are set up like this.
Yeah, because it takes continuity and fluidity to run a screen.
Yep, a minute later, second and 10 down at the 12. Devin Singletary running well for Houston.
Yes, Houston has a nice running game. Offensive line is pretty good.
The Texans lead it 14-10. Half a minute to go until the half. Stroud, and this combination all of a sudden making us pay attention. Stroud to Tank Farmer in the Dell. It's a beautiful play, 21-10.
How about the throw, Boom, to this rookie? This rookie, to me, has been one of the better rookie receivers in all of football.
So, as we said, that's the score at the half. Now Murray, late third. He can do this. Oh, takes the hit. 9 yards, now 4th down. I don't want to carry it. I just got hit hard. Oh, yes, I do. Watch how fast he is. Whoa.
That's what speed will do for you.
2-point conversion doesn't work, but it's a one-score game, 21-16, under 10 to go. Stroud looking for Robert Woods. Oh, Chris Barnes. Oh, here come the Cardinals. Second pick of the game against Stroud. I mean, this was going to come at some point, right? 4th and 4 for Kyler Murray. Nope, behind Trey McBride. There's still a 5-point game, late 4th. Antonio Hamilton Sr. So that's a ball he wants back.
No doubt. They brought an all-out blitz, and the rookie got a little greedy. Boom. You can't be late to the outside, because in this league, they'll pick it off.
And so, the 3 picks, does it give the Cardinals a chance? Yeah, and the bad news is there's Hamilton later, Carter off the field. You see it. 4th and 8. Last shot, 35 seconds left. Ooh. Looking for Hollywood Brown. His coverage back there. It's a tough pass to complete.
They ran the same blitz 2 times in a row, Boom, on 3rd down and 4th down. D'Amico Ryans, a defensive head coach, bailed his quarterback out, who threw 3 picks on the day.
So, Houston? Nobody had them at 6-4. I mean, we've been watching it. We understand how it is. Another 300-yard game for Stroud. They've won 3 in a row. They won 3 games all last year. All right, so this is quite a job by them. And Houston, after the game, hey, nice way to go into Thanksgiving.
Man, Steph Curry don't ever stop shooting. I'm gonna keep letting it ride, you know. And I don't got no shame in my game. I definitely got to be smarter, but no confidence is taken away from me. I'm gonna keep letting it fly. I mean, there's things where it can go either way, you know, and they got the better of me today, and that's just the NFL, you know. So. I'm blessed enough to come out here with a dub, and my confidence isn't going nowhere.
Seahawks at the Rams. Rams beat them in Seattle, first game of the year. Geno Smith and Matthew Stafford back in the saddle for the Rams. The Rams and McVay just give Seattle a tough time. But DK Metcalf, slant, touchdown, just do that more. 7-0 Seattle.
He doesn't have to always go deep. Run the slants, run the hooks, get the ball to him.
It's 13-0. Now the Rams with a little, keep an eye on Cooper Kupp. He throws a block here. Wait a minute, Kupp limping on the play. into the locker room with an ankle injury. I mean, he fought to come back.
He missed a lot of time with the ankle already.
So what do? You go to Pukashel Nakua. That's worked. This rookie's made, oh my goodness, a 13-7 at the half. Stafford touchdown pass. 16-7 Seattle. Myers has kicked a field goal. Gino back to pass. Whoa! That's the ultimate jump ball. Incomplete, but Gino hurt on the play, and who else in on it? Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, future Hall of Famer, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald. Gino doesn't feel quite right throwing that football.
No, so Rams trail 16-7. Could they do something with Gino on the sidelines? Answer yes. Stafford. Tyler Higbee, 17 yards. Here come the Rams inside the deep red zone. Second and goal from the one, Darnell Henderson. He's in, 16-14. Drew Lock is in, quarterback off the bench. Gino hurt for Seattle. 3rd and 11. And that's good coverage all the way by Darian Kendrick.
Yeah, ball underthrown. The ball has to be out in front of Lockett instead of short. And Kendricks letting the Seattle staff know about it.
Now, from their own 21, Stafford. Can they get a rush? They can't. Oh, with double coverage, but Nakua is open for 32 yards. Well, he got the hang of it real quick. Didn't he? Stafford. 3rd and 15. Incomplete. Reek Woolen. Flag.
I guess he touched the face mask a little bit. I mean, I'd say let him play.
Well, they didn't. They did. They kicked a field goal after the penalty. Now, Smith back in with under a minute to go. 3rd and 8, own 40. And there you go. It's DK Metcalf, 21 yards. But it's going to be a 55-yard field goal. Myers has had a heck of a run. Wide right. And the Rams sweep the Seahawks. I mean, sometimes the Giants sweep Washington. Yeah. Rams beat the Seahawks. That's a rough loss for Seattle because they fall to 6-4 heading into a Thanksgiving game at home against the San Francisco 49ers. By the way, the Seahawks in that game, 130 penalty yards, most by any team this season.
Yeah, that's not good, especially they were in this game. Geno Smith struggling with the elbow. Hopefully he can be ready to go on Thanksgiving.
Well, speaking of those 49ers, here we go. The Niners at home off that huge win over Jacksonville, hosting Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield. You know, the Bucs ain't going to be first place. I mean, that division, anything's possible. But pretty good to Christian McCaffrey. First down, first quarter. Purdy, McCaffrey, he's in the end zone. He had one game that he didn't get in the last one, and he started a new streak of 1. 7-0 San Francisco after 1. Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. Baker, not going to escape them. Uh-oh, loose ball, Cleveland. Farrell recovers. And it costs a field goal.
Yeah, that's when if you're a Baker, you know you don't have Michael Vick type speed. Know when the journey's over, go down, live to fight another day.
Yeah, it gives him a field goal, 10-0. Now, Bucs, 2.5 to go in the half. Mayfield to Cade Otton. 27 yards, Bucs in the red zone. Can they get something going? First and goal for the one. Baker, Mike Evans. I mean, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans.
Death, taxes, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen. Those guys, you can count on them consistently.
10-7. San Francisco gets a field goal, so it's 13-7 at the half. Brandon Ayuk, early third quarter. Yuck. Ayuk in the end zone. It's first career game with a buck, 50 receiving yards, 20-7 San Francisco. Purdy steps up nicely. Debo. Coverage? Whoa. And you're just not going to, first guy hitting him is not bringing him down.
No, Boom. He's built like a running back. He's 210 pounds.
40 yards now. Purdy, George, they have so many weapons. 27-7 Niners at home. Bucs try to make a game of it. They're down to the 1. Rachaad White, we like the way he carries the ball.
No doubt about it. Got to get him involved more, take a little bit of the pressure off Baker and the wide receivers.
So 27-14, but can they cut it to 1 score? Looking for Evans. Looks like one of my end-over-enders. Yeah. Incomplete on 4th and 4. Turnover on down. Then again, tip and Jair Brown to the end zone. So they had a chance.
Yeah, a small one.
They had a chance. And San Francisco just has they just have a lot of weapons. You saw them all: Kittle, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Debo. I mean, we could go on and on and on. The San Francisco 49ers, they are 7-3. The Bucs fall to 4-6. Purdy was 21 of 25 for 333 and the 3 touchdowns. As we told you, they are at Seattle in the late game on Thanksgiving. Coach Kyle Shanahan, after the win, 2nd in a row.
I think Brock's been great because he's been consistent through it all. I mean, we never felt anything different with Brock during those 3 losses. You know, I think he's pretty realistic, so he doesn't get into stuff that's not that accurate.
He was awesome. You know, he's just like he was every game. You know, poised, calm, collected, and competitive, and made some amazing plays.
How much different is he now versus that first start?
Not much different. He's always been the same guy. He's always been just a competitor, a great leader, and a heck of a ball player.
You know, and look, you lose 3 in a row, that's news. Seems like a long time ago for them, doesn't it?
Well, no doubt about it. You lose 3 in a row, you go into the bye week, you make the big trade for Chase Young to get some energy back on your football team. Then you come out and you go down to Jacksonville and you make a statement. Now you come back and you put 2 in a row together, so you're starting to build some momentum. The quarterback's the ultimate point guard. His job is to distribute the football to Ayuk, to Debo, to McCaffrey, get the playmakers involved. And as long as they're healthy, Boone, they're going to be a tough out come January because they're physical. They can rush the passer. Chase Young has brought energy on that side of the football. And so they are starting to round into form late November, early December. As long as they stay healthy, they will be right there.
Unless you're in the AFC North, you know, and you're a Cleveland or a Pittsburgh or a Baltimore, except for that one wild game against Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like Seattle, get to 20 points and you'll probably be okay.
No,
but the Rams do have a feel for it. But Seattle just at times goes into an offensive funk where they don't run well enough, and then they can't get it to the 2 studs. Lockett, who I wasn't sure was going to play on this day, and Metcalf. I say do it more. That's what won the game last week against Washington.
I agree with you. I give him a little bit of a pass today. With Geno being out with the elbow for the large majority of the game, I give him a little bit of a pass. But to your point, run the football, be physical. They're a very young football team. I think they're a year ahead of where they should be. I think next year they're going to contend. But to your point, 2 disappointing losses at Baltimore and today. To me, those are 2 of the more disappointing losses for this team. They
and Green Bay, I think Green Bay is are the most first and second year players in football.
Yes.
So a year ahead, well, we'll see what happens on Thursday night, but the 49ers are a load. Speaking of a load at home, that would be the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, after the, loss in Germany to the Chiefs, which is Tyreek going, we're at home. We got Tua. We're playing the Raiders who have won 2 in a row. And Tua to Hill now. This is what happens when even though there's 4 guys around Tyreek Hill, you tell me if you give him 4 yards of space. No, none of you are going to get him. He's gone. 7-3 Dolphins.
Timing and speed, Boone.
Usually wins. Aiden O'Connell, rookie, starting for Antonio Pierce's Raiders. Oh, Devontae Adams from O'Connell. Nice.
Yeah, he still plays for us, huh?
Yeah, 10-7. Wait a minute. Hey. McDaniel's going, wait a minute. 4th and 1. Miami's going to go for it. A screen. Hobbs and Polamalu bring Hill down, and he goes to the locker room. So Raiders playing, they must be anticipating the cigars. Now, under 3 minutes to go in the half, Tua. To Ahmed on the screen. These screens. When you run them right, they're tough to defend.
No doubt. Ahmed in. Devin Achane got hurt coming back from the knee, so he's in.
So 14-10 Miami. Tua to Julian Hill. Hobbs rips the ball out. Raiders. Diablo with the recovery. Kick a field goal. 14-13. Yeah, a lot of people thought this would be a blowout.
No.
Not the case. Early third. O'Connell. But when look at the play by Jalen Ramsey. Now healthy, that's him.
This is why he's one of the best. Boone can anticipate, and he doesn't just knock it down, he takes it away.
Oh my goodness, he smells it. Now under 9 to go in the game, it's 20-13 Miami. Raiders going for it on 4th and 2. Jacoby Myers, not going to get it. Ramsey on the coverage. But the Dolphins punt, so the Raiders playing tough. Look out. Uh-oh! Christian Wilkins comes in, the flipping Jalen Phillips. The Miami's front's pretty good.
No doubt about it. With Phillip, Wilkins, those guys, and Chubb can come after the pass.
And so the Raiders get the ball back. They force another punt. O'Connell, Adams. Wait a minute. 20-yard gain. Now. O'Connell. Guess who's there? Jalen Ramsey. But he had to try to hurl it. Boy, he just smells the ball.
Boom, 6'2". Look at the length and the athletic ability to go up and pick that ball. 2 INTs today, and he'd be okay.
So, the Miami Dolphins, you know, they do what they're, quote, supposed to do. I know the Raiders went into it as a 500 team, but anybody 500 or below, they have chewed on, although this was a little tougher than they had hoped. You saw the Ramsey TO, 2 picks, 20-13. Miami is now 7-3, and the Raiders fall 1 under the 500 mark. Jets and Bills. The Bills, the stupefying loss to Denver, although give Denver credit, they've won 3 in a row, and of course they're playing on Sunday night. Josh Allen, Joe Brady, new offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey, let go, offensive coordinator this past week. Bills looking to just change the momentum somehow. Well, meanwhile, one of their new acquisitions on defense, Rasul Douglas, picks off Zach Wilson. It was more of the same.
And Zach wasn't good all day, Boom.
Yeah, 6th pick of the season. Him. Oh, they pitch it to James Cook. They're going to run it. First down, Bills in the red zone against the Jets, who beat them, remember, week 1, even though Aaron Rodgers was injured 4 plays in. Allen, Cook, touchdown. It's 16-0 Buffalo.
He's got to become more involved, Boom. As long as he doesn't turn the football over, he can be an explosive weapon.
Thomas Morstead's had a great year punting. Oh, but he's throwing to Brandon Echols for a first down. Jets, why not?
Those tricky Jets, Boom.
Why not? 4th and 2 in the midfield. Wilson. Breece Hall into Bills territory. First down, but Taylor Rapp. Oh, boy. It's Bills safety. You say Bills safety, and you're already worried. Ambulance. He did have movement in his hands. Of course, DeMar watching all the Bills, all the Jets, I mean, everyone. Treated in the locker room for a neck injury, but did not go hospital. That was the first report. That's at least good news. Meanwhile, the Jets, wait a minute. That's their first touchdown in the 13th quarter.
Wow.
Hard to win.
Hard to win like that.
But yeah, it's 16-6. Third quarter, Allen to Ty Johnson. Remember Sean McDermott said you're going to make a couple of changes. We'll see. Yeah, well,
couple tweaks.
Yeah, 22-6. They missed the extra point. And now, Khalil Shakir beats Sauce. And then between, 3 Jets defenders have a chance. 81 yards. Buffalo looking for that explosion. The Jets defense, they exploded in a different way. It's 29-6. Ed Oliver sacking Zach. 5 Bills sacks at that point. And at this point, bring in Tim Boyle. They bring him in.
You got to try to change it up, Boom, because right now you're losing confidence in Zach Wilson.
And they got a Friday game against Miami. They're going to be at home. I mean, whatever, Boyle to Garrett Wilson, but naturally, ball pops out. So I don't know that it was a complete laugher for Buffalo, but they finally had a breather, let's put it that way. They've been looking for one for quite a while, and the Bills win it 32-6, so they're at 6-5, and they have a gauntlet coming up, starting with at Philly next week. But first things first, they're over 500 for Josh Allen.
Yeah, again, I hate to be a broken record, but this isn't an offense that was broken. We've been playing close to where we need to play, and today it felt like we played close to not as good as we can play, but we played obviously better. And that's obviously a good thing to see. It's a good thing to feel, to go out there and trust the guys around you. And we were executing at a high level today, and our offensive line, they played their tails off, man.
Look, you're not going to shuffle. And he felt that, by the way, Josh is good a person as they're in the league.
Yeah,
he said, that's on me, the change in Ken Dorsey. I take that personally. I'm the one that's not been playing well. And I think he was very accurate. A game like that they haven't had. but it's closer to what they envisioned. When they blew out Miami in the beginning of the year, then they went to London. They never came back.
No doubt.
But maybe we saw a little bit of them on this day.
And boom, here's the thing. He should have taken it personally. He's turned the football over too much in his career. And at some point, if we're going to put Josh Allen in the elite category, we have to see elite play. And that means don't turn the ball over. You don't have to be Superman. Be like what Brock Purdy is being. Distribute the football. You got weapons on your team. We saw what Cook can do. We saw what Johnson can do. Distribute the ball. They played more efficiently today. Now, it's a shame that Ken Dorsey had to lose his job.
Yes.
Joe Brady now has to come in, and Josh Allen has to make Joe Brady right. And that parent, maybe they can salvage this season for Buffalo because to your point, that gauntlet is coming on the road at Philly, Dallas. They got a lot of big games coming up. They got to be ready to play.
Meanwhile, the Jets 0-11 for third downs on this game. They failed 101 times. It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Titans-Jaguars. So the Jags got bombed last week at home by San Francisco. And so you're this first-place team. What do you got? Okay, one game. One is an accident. What's two? Well, meanwhile, the youngster, Will Levis, that was the way it looked for him. And boy, Asade Oluokun from Yale is always around the ball.
Always around the ball. Always. If you're Levis, you missed a snap, just fall on it, son.
And so the Jaguars take over. Trevor Lawrence had a big bounce-back game. Christian Kirk, 20-yard game. Now they're down to the 3, 3rd and goal. Lawrence. Calvin Ridley.
Welcome back.
The Riddler or the Joker? He's the Ridley. And 5 games without a touchdown, but he's dangerous. 7-0 Jags. Lawrence, I like that. Let's go to Ridley again, 34 yards. 13-0 Jags at the half. Now, Tennessee has done well against them. Third quarter, 4th and 4. Lawrence to Ernest Johnson. Oh, he's in earnest on this play. 34-yard gain, 1st and goal, and 2nd and goal. Lawrence backpedaling. He's deceptively quick, isn't he?
No doubt, Bowman. He hurt his knee a few games ago. He's starting to look healthier and healthier.
20-0 Jacksonville. More the same. Lawrence, Ridley. 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, 27-0. Look at this. Here's what I got ahead of myself. There you go. Now that's Kirk. Now here comes Ridley. I gave it away. Play action. Open. 2 touchdowns.
Boom. How many number 1 receivers you know don't want the ball? Get that man the football.
13 minutes left in the game. Eric Garrier fumbles. And you got to love a long snapper who's down there, Ross Matisic, falling on the ball.
I love a long snapper that's active, Boom. They don't just snap and get out of the way.
Then Lawrence, hey, I can throw 2 and I can run 2. Mike Vrabel, 0-6 on the road this year, Tennessee. It's that kind of big statement. I think Jacksonville, even though, quote, Tennessee is not a contender this year, this is a game they had to have.
Huge statement for Jacksonville because Houston is right on their tail, and Houston has beaten Jacksonville. That division is going to come down between Jacksonville and the Texans. Who would have thought it, Boom?
Yep, who would have thought it? Now, who would have thought that the Chargers, you know, if you play a close game, sooner or later you're going to win one.
Yeah.
Lambeau Field, tundra not yet frozen. Green Bay, home. Aaron Jones, Joey Bosa, injured right out of the gates. First series.
Yeah, Boom, and they carted him off, and he was bawling, crying tears. Usually when an athlete does that, they know it's bad.
Yep. Foot injury, more coming up, not good. Jaden Reed on reverse. Look at the Pack with all their young players that we just talked about. 7-0 Pack. Hey, a Lambeau lead.
Yeah, hadn't seen many of those.
3rd and 3, Chargers, Justin Herbert. Stone Smart. Would you believe a touchdown, Chief? Yes, it's a touchdown. Chargers lead 10-7. Now the Packers get one of their big-name players hurt here. Aaron Jones injured here, helped off the field. He, too, emotional.
Yeah, Boom. Athletes know. It's something going on with the knee. That's not good.
All right, so now, 3rd quarter. Hopefully wishing the best for both of those guys. Green Bay down 13-10. Plenty of time, Jordan Love. Christian Watson. I'm kind of waiting for that hookup.
Well, yeah, Tampa's very own Christian Watson.
16-13 Pack. But Herbert, we say Mike Evans. Now you say Keenan Allen. You just, and how about doing? It's almost like the Globetrotters at the basketball with Meadowlark Lemon. What are you supposed to do? I had him wrapped up, Coach. I really did. Now Herbert. Allen, touchdown. 20-16. He had a big day again, Keenan Allen. 4 minutes to go. Love incomplete to Wicks, but Sante Samuel Jr. flag.
Yeah, he's known as a ball hawk, Boom, but right there he got a little handsy.
Yeah, that was big on 3rd and 20. The Chargers give that up, and now Love bounces off the fence. And look at this. It's Wicks. Oh, my goodness. They had him wrapped up. Davis, 43. And then same guy. Oh, no. It's Romeo Doubs. Love with a beautiful pass with 2.5 to go. Packers lead 23-20. Little over 30 to go. Quentin Johnston, the number 1 pick. They're going to win.
Oh.
They're not going to win because it's the 3rd, 2nd, and 6th. My God. And then 22 seconds play, 4th and 1. Kenny Clark. The drive the Chargers had to go ahead, they were first and 20, they were first and 15, didn't matter. But boy, you lose another game by 3 points, and to the Packers' credit, Jordan Love, what the fans wanted to see in Green Bay.
Love performed well, Boom. Great win for the Packers, but for the Chargers, the most underperforming, underachieving team in football.
Oh my goodness, they're 4-6, and every time it's a close game, they don't win it. They're having fun in Detroit. They're going to play the Bears and the Packers in the next 5 days. The whole city is fired up, the whole state. But Justin Fields is back. Scott loses the football. Alex Anzalone. So this is going to be a laugher for the Lions. Bears struggling even though Fields is back. Short field, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs staying alive. We're tied at 7. He's one of the Gibbs brothers. Maybe not. All right, late in the half, Lions down 10-7. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Well, now what do the folks do when they got Amon-Ra? Yeah! But wait a minute, Equanimous is on the Bears.
Yeah, I got the whole family there.
That's a family outing before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly.
Bears kick a field goal, 14-13. Craig Reynolds doesn't wrap it up. DeMarcus Gates jumps on it. Chicago played tough on this day, Booker.
They did. Justin Fields was back, and he was outstanding.
2nd and 20. Fields. DJ Moore. Oh, we want more of that. Yeah, it's a touchdown. 20-14 Chicago. Kisses for everybody. Jared Goff. Oh, Tremaine Edmonds, the huge linebacker they picked up off-season from Buffalo, leads to a field goal. Bears lead by 2 scores, 23-14.
Yeah, Goff wasn't good. Several picks on the day, Boom.
Now, 3 minutes to go. 26-14. The Lions are down by 12. Goff with the 3 picks. But Jameson Williams says, no, I got this. 26-21. But no team down by more than 10 with 4 minutes to go this year has won it yet. Fields gets the ball back with 3 to go. 3rd and 9. Ooh, they're going to go deep? Interesting, but incomplete. Lions get it back after the punt. 2.5 to go. They're so dangerous. You saw them do this against the Chargers last week. Goff, Montgomery. First down, Lions? Now at the Bears 34. Montgomery. They're approaching red zone. Here we go, fighting this, that. Now, Gibbs. Oh, he's down at the 1, but that was a 3rd and 2, so it's a first down, a tick. The Bears, can they stop him? No. He punches it in. 29-26 after a 2-point conversion. Chicago has a chance, but they need a field goal just to tie. After playing so hard and so well, Aiden Hutchinson strips Fields of the ball and Pele out of the end zone. It's a safety. Boom! Oh, they're soccer, they're punting it. Lions, they win it 31-26.
A lot of emotion from Hutchinson there.
A heck of a job by the Detroit Lions because, look, we don't have to tell you. Most of the recent years, if they're down more than a score with 4 to go, it's over. But This was a game that they bailed out the quarterback, who's been great. Jared Goff's been great, and they won a different way. And then he, the last few minutes, go, okay, I got this now.
No doubt. And that goes a long way in the locker room because Jared Goff has been outstanding all season long. But he didn't have a good day today. But the team around him picked him up. That'll laser his focus in practice, and the defense will know. We don't necessarily always have to win a certain way. We can win in a multitude of ways. This was a big win. But when they needed it, Jared Goff showed up down the stretch, and that's what's most important.
Right, and we said these games at the end. We talked about Jacksonville, the Chargers. The fact that they're 4-6 with the ability to score touchdowns late in games and then lose them is just – and credit to Green Bay, because for Love, that's another big win. But hey, their road to them getting to the playoffs, I still think they're good enough, but at 4-6, you've allowed yourself no margin.
Well, Boom, as Parcells once says, you are what your record says you are. And their defense is a big part of the reason they are at that record. And again, Jared Love takes his team down the field against that defense in a situation with a defensive head coach in Brandon Staley. That can't happen, Boom.
No,
it just can't.
It can't happen. I tell you what can happen, game balls. That's what we do here on NFL Primetime. What do you like, Booger?
Well, Boom, he probably should have got a game ball a while back, but I'm giving mine to Cowboys cornerback DaRon Bland, Boom. Outstanding. Not one, not two, not three, but his 4th pick 6 of the season. That's as many TD passes as Saquon Barkley and Devontae Adams. Boom, DaRon Bland. Think about that. Outstanding, Boom. And people thought that the secondary would suffer when Trayvon Diggs went down. He's proven that he is not a weak link. He may be the best back there.
Well, and he's already tied an NFL record. We're not even at Thanksgiving. Pretty darn impressive. My game ball is a couple of teams that you call this Rust Belt celebration. Because Detroit came from 2 scores down late to win. Cleveland beat their nemesis for years and decades, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Browns are 7-3 and the Lions are 8-2. Why do I bring that up? For the first time since 1969, the Browns and the Lions have gone at least 7-3, if not 8-2 in Detroit's case. 1969, that's when man first landed on the moon. Like, that's a long time ago. And in Detroit's case, they've not been 8-2 since 1962. That was the game that they whomped Green Bay Thanksgiving, who they're playing again this time, in Detroit. It was Packers' only loss all year with the NFL champs. Alex Karras, Roger Brown, defensive coordinator, Don Shula.
Interesting.
Whatever happened to him?
One of the greatest coaches ever. Both have been impressive, Boom. Detroit with their starting quarterback. Think about Cleveland. Watson in, Watson out, Watson in. Now Watson's out for the year, and they're still 7-3. Kind of mix-matching the quarterback position, Watson, Walker, DTR. That's very impressive.
And the Lions begin the year winning when they hoist the banner in Kansas City. I know it seems like 8 years ago. I mean, that was okay.
Maybe the most impressive win of the season.
And Detroit fans are traveling.
Yes.
Oh, they're having a good time. 1957, their last title. Let's not get ahead of ourselves because the Lions are hosting the Packers on Thanksgiving. Well, we have Sunday Night Football to talk about as well. 2 teams kind of giving up for where are they? Minnesota and Denver. But you know where they are? They're back in the mix and always in the mix on this show. Scott Van Pelt. Scotty?
This was not what anybody had scripted, right, Boomer? Denver suddenly relying on its defense. Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback for Minnesota, riding a winning streak. But that's where we were on Sunday night. And Joshua Dobbs and the Vikings, on 3rd and 1, you see T.J. Hawkinson's under center, and they get clever. They pitch it to Dobbs. Dobbs, this play gets blown up. He gets blasted. Ball's ripped out by Baron Browning, recovered by Jaquan McMillan. Vikings have got 5 opening drive turnovers this season. That's the most in the NFL. Dobbs took a shot. I'm surprised they didn't call the helmet to the chin. Broncos get a field goal. They lead 3-0. That's where we are when Dobbs here rolls out on 3rd and 1, shakes off what would have been a sack, and finds a wide open Josh Oliver in the end zone. An amazing play from Dobbs, whose father is loving every bit of that. So is every Viking fan as well. They lead 10-9 at the half. 3rd quarter, same score. Dobbs can't find anybody. Takes off through traffic and into the end zone. His 3rd rushing touchdown as a Viking, and it's 17-9. Vikings driving for what could have been a really crucial score had they got it. Instead, Alexander Madison fumbles. Broncos recover, get a field goal. They've settled for 4 field goals, and that's where things stand when they get a pick here. Brandon Powell is the intended receiver. McMillan gets the interception, and the Broncos are in great position. They need a touchdown. Instead, here comes that Vikings pressure, and Wilson puts it right on the mark for Jerry Jeudy, but Joejuan Williams is able to knock it away. Another field goal, and it's now 20-15 Minnesota. And the Broncos on 4th and 3 elect to go for it from their own side of the 50 and backed up deep if they don't get this Wilson to Cortland Sutton completion. Bronco drive stays alive. Those two hook up here for a touchdown as Wilson steps up in the pocket, throws it up, kind of a 50-50 ball, but Sutton's a big man, and he climbs the ladder, gets the touchdown. Broncos go for 2, don't get it, they lead by 1. Minnesota, an opportunity if Dobbs can get him in field goal range to win it, and Dobbs here, an amazing scramble on 3rd down and 1, and he gets the line to gain, or does he? After further review, his knee's down just shy of the line to gain. He would actually get it on 4th down. Drive continues, but now it's 4th and 25. Dobbs needs something miraculous, and there is no miracle here as Denver gets the victory, moves to 5-5. Dobbs' first loss as a member of the Vikings. They welcome the Bears to the Twin Cities on Monday Night Football to close up next week. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns, who are now 7-3 after that close win at home over Pittsburgh, go to Denver to take on the team that suddenly has the longest winning streak in the NFL at 4 in a row. Per your request, Boomer, as always, it's the 110th Grey Cup, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, the Montreal Alouettes. 39 seconds to go. Montreal trails 24-21. It's 3rd and 5, but 3rd down's 4th down. That means they've got to have this Cody Fajardo completion to Cole Speaker, a gain of 31. Very next play, Fajardo. Tyson Philpott. Montreal takes a 28-24 lead. 4 seconds left. Last chance for Winnipeg. Zach Collaros to Jamison Sheehan, who tries the open kick. Boomer, you know this, but maybe a lot of viewers don't. If Winnipeg could pounce on it in the end zone, it would be a touchdown. Instead, Montreal grabs it, and they win a very exciting Grey Cup by 4.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. If that doesn't get everybody ready for the feast, whether you're having ham, turkey, or just sweet potatoes, what kind of pies we serving that you guys have? All sorts?
Sweet potato and pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie, Boom. Yeah.
That sounds like, yes, that
exactly.
I love pecan pie.
Yeah.
Bring some up.
Yeah, hopefully it can make it up. I'll bring it. I don't know if it'll make it.
You know what? I think it'll be gone by the time you even think about getting on the plane. Listen, from all of us at ESPN to all of you, have a great Thanksgiving. It's family, friends, it's fun. There's not much more attached than that. It's a wonderful holiday. For Booger, I'm Boomer. Happy holiday. Make a deal. Set a place for us next week.